2020 season opener, and I'll tell you what, you could not ask for a picture-perfect day like what we've got right now.
Barely a cloud in the sky, abundant sunshine, beautiful temperatures we're expecting, and we got a big field of late models in the pits. We're expecting a big crowd, so kick back, relax, enjoy Buck Day today, and enjoy some of the best racing in the Midwest.
On behalf of Chuck Deary, everybody here at Motorsports Management, I'm Radio Man Dan Dyke, along with me, Billy Doc Niles. Paul the Penguin Rankert is our PR director this afternoon. Going to do a lot of qualifying, Hornets, hobby stock, sportsmen, and late models. And before I even have a chance to forget, we want to thank all of the out-of-town drivers that have come here to help us kick off our 2020 season opener. And we do want to remind you that social distancing, the 6-foot rule in the concession, the grandstands, of course, we will mention that to you if that's something you choose to do. We totally understand. We do have the concession, the beer area mapped out pretty well for those folks that may have a social distancing concern. But otherwise, we are just about ready to go with qualifying. Whole ton of Hornets. This is my favorite time of the year. A lot of people ask me, what's the favorite time of the year at the Speedway? Oktoberfest is second, but first is watching all the cars that roll out in their brand new paint schemes and their brand new wrap jobs. And our first one that's getting ready to come out, I put a thing on my Facebook, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's got the best race car looker of all, something like that. Cheyenne Stanfield actually did have the most likes. She had about 104 likes, I think it was, in that 41 car. Jaden Schock looks awfully different this year. Chris Thunderberg no longer has the blue, black, and white. It's green. I had to do a double take.
You know, speaking of Cheyenne Stanfield, it helps when your boyfriend does some graphic arts, and no, he didn't do it.
By herself.
She did that?
Yeah, that was hers.
Well, it helps when she does it then.
See, it's a good thing she didn't name drop the BF because, you know, we don't want to give him. Every time I mention him, he owes us money. Hey, good to see the Dick Trickle Memorial Project is being represented here at the La Crosse Speedway this afternoon. Their official memorial opening is going to be August 23rd in Rudolph, Wisconsin, by the way. Billy and I and Paul will be up there doing radio and TV, and can't wait. We were up there in that sloshy, cold weather last year in the dedication in Rudolph, and then this year the entire public's being invited up, so going to be a great time. Got to thank some of our fantastic sponsors of La Crosse Speedway. Of course, today is Old Dutch Day. Some of the best potato chips in the world, especially that cracked pepper one that they brought out last year.
I'm just a big fan of their Ripple chips because it catches the dip and keeps it.
And Billy will be demonstrating that in the campgrounds during Mayfest 2020 later tonight. Steve Small Engines want to welcome them aboard to the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway this year. Pika Grove, Gunderson Tri-State Ambulance, they're our official ambulance supplier, if you can say it like that. Yeah, we do have a space available if you want to jump on that, if you want to get your business out there. Think of how many thousands of people would see your name on a billboard here over a 6-month span. And as I was doing on Facebook Live, if you have a group function or you've got a business, just say your business is getting back from the virus and you want to do something special for your employees, bring them out to the racetrack. Call the Speedway and ask about the Lawn Keepers Party Deck, fatlawns.com that is. And also the Big Red Barn, the Auto Value Chalet. Get your businesses out here. Cheyenne Stand for the first one to lead us out. Mark Lethe, the 33. Jimmy Bjorkman's the 28. Group qualifying. 10 is Jaden Schock. 56, Pat Tickey. 32, Joey Johnson Jr. Dexter Malin in the 01. 3/4 is Nick Bobby Hadler. 77, look at Rob Stanfield's new paint job. Look at Chris Thunderberg out of Ettrick, Wisconsin, the green 25 this year, and we are throwing scores on the scoreboard in turn 1. Cheyenne Stanfield in the Merchant Graphics and Design 2001 Celica. Rob Stanfield has the Crazy Dave's logo on his car. Pat Tickey out of West Salem, 97 Prelude, the PTR chassis red Prelude. Auto Fine Tuning is Joey Johnson's main sponsor this year. So Jimmy Bjorkman on his second lap has fast time currently of a he had a 16.7. 16.418 at 119 mile per hour, Billy Doc Niles.
Yeah, that sounds like a 5/8 mile conversion there, buddy.
So it's Jimmy Bjorkman, Jaden Schock, Cheyenne Stanfield, Chris Berg, and Mark Lethe, your top 5 fastest currently.
Jaden Schock, definitely an up-and-comer. Should have won a feature last year. Look for big things coming out of that little girl this year. She did win one last year.
And she had 2 more that were close.
Cheyenne Stanfield, that car keeps getting faster and faster every year. I think she's, 3rd on the board right now in qualifying. So look for big things from that little girl, too, this year.
Lediger Roofing, one of the sponsors on Jaden Schock's impressive-looking number 10. Here comes Johnny Hebner with the 14 car. Crazy Dave's Auto Repair. As the Hornets roll out, we will mention them too. There's Justin Shalichi. He won the feature at Toma last night. His 14 car comes out of Waconia, Minnesota, 2000 Escort. You Pull Our Parts, J&O Collectibles, and Greater Minnesota Signing Graphics. 24, Justin Iverson out of West Salem. 94, Integra. Tostred and Temp Advanced Cargo. Shindongi's Cardinals Nest and Finders Keeper sponsors on that car. The 3/4 car, Nick Bobby Hadler out of Inner Grove Heights, Minnesota, is a 2001 Protege. Leftquist Construction, West 7 Bar and Grill, and Animal Engineering sponsors on that ride. Cheyenne Stanfield also sponsored by Billy Bob's Garage, DSR Chassis, and Merchix Automotive. I think, Billy Doc, it's pretty easy to see who some of the teammates are this year.
Yeah, certain color schemes there, especially those 2 going down the backstretch.
Hebner and Stanfield.
Yep. Pretty impressive right there.
You know, Jaden Schock's younger sister is going to be racing Hornets this year. Kiara Barney came out and practiced with us about a week ago. So Jimmy Bjorkman still holds fast time, followed by Cheyenne Stanfield, Jaden Schock, Chris Berg, and Justin Shalichi. Shalichi again wins the opener at Toma last night.
And that'll wrap it up for qualifying.
Michael Walks Jr. was our last car out in the red number 3. He's going to stay on and get some extra practice time in. So here's how the top 14 look. Jimmy Bjorkman with quick time 16.418. Cheyenne Stanfield second fastest, 16.467. Jaden Schock third fastest, 16.543. Chris Thunderberg fourth fastest, a 15.560. Justin Shalichi fifth fastest with a 16.666. Not bad for only running 7 laps. Then it's Mark Lethe, Robert Stanfield, Joey Johnson, Jake Chalmers, Dexter Malin. That's your top 10. Rest of the order would be John Hebner, Nick Hadler, Justin Iverson, Patrick Tickey, and Michael Walks Jr. Hobby stocks, late models already lining up, getting ready for qualifying. Sportsman as well.
All right, Dan, we've just been told there are still a few hobbies out there that have not qualified. They are on the clock. They got about 3 minutes left to get out here and
Hobbies
qualify.
or Hornets?
Or Hornets, I'm sorry, Hornets. So they have a few minutes yet to get out here. They're on the clock. And if they don't come out, then qualifying will be shut down for the Hornets.
So again, Bjorkman, Stanfield, Schock, Berg, and Shalichi, your top 5. Bjorkman got in 13 laps, Stanfield 12, Schock 13, Berg 12. Shalichi had 7 laps in, Mark Lethe 8. Jake Schaumers, ninth fastest. Not bad for just 4 laps, but that's Jake Schaumers. Wait till he brings his street stock back out again this year.
Yeah, Schaumers, what an awesome job in his street stock last year, venturing into that class. Running really well in both of them. Had a shot at 2 track championships. Just missed out on that Hornet track championship last year.
Scouring the grandstands. A lot of familiar faces back again this year. If you're new to the Speedway, we're going to explain to you exactly how the program runs. Billy Doc Niles, why do we qualify?
Qualifying will set up our heat races for later this afternoon after we're done here. And through them heat races, they will get their cars all set up for that big 15 or 25 lap feature that they have to run later this afternoon.
Concession stands wide open. Billy and I have already devoured several brats. Oh, and those double cheeseburgers today were outstanding.
Yum,
wow.
yum, yum. And hey, all concession items are $1 today, except that ice cold beer. That's just $2. So enjoy your concessions today. Call your friends up. Tell them to get the family out here. You can't beat an affordable day at the racetrack. And let's face it, folks, we are the only live entertainment going on right now.
If you got people back in the campgrounds that want to watch live qualifying, have them go to kqegtv.com, click on my TV show banner, 7 Rivers Racing, and you can watch live qualifying from your smartphone, iPad, laptop. Does it work on a Commodore 64, Rick? He's got it streaming right now. It looks fantastic. Of course, Rick Wilson and the entire gang from KQEG-TV, they're out here for, I think, 11, 12 years now. They are filming the entire races, and you can watch them back Thursday nights at 7 and Sunday nights at 7. It's Nights of Thunder from the comforts of your own home or camper, and you can watch the entire replays of La Crosse Speedway races. So qualifying is now wrapped up for the Hornets. For those that didn't get them out here, well, going to see how you shake down later on. So your official, unofficial top 5, Jimmy Bjorkman, Cheyenne Stanfield, Jaden Schock, Chris Thunderberg, and Justin Shalichi. Cheyenne Stanfield picked up a new nickname this year. She's the Murder Hornet.
Did she do that, or did you do that?
She actually made a vinyl that looked pretty cool. Caleb Hardy, our first hobby stock out of 2020. Racing Jason Bolster in the A-car. Brandon Gallagher was taken off on the hooks during practice. Good to see he made it back out. Give us some information on our hobby stocks.
Just jump in.
Brandon Gallagher is out of Sparta, Wisconsin, traveling number 5. He is the Sledgehammer. Racing Jason Bolster, also out of Sparta, Wisconsin. And Caleb Hardy out of Sparta. He'll be powering the 46. Tyler Stuber's got a brand new deputy car this year. He's the number 02. Tom Farah out of Cataract, Wisconsin. The 76 Malibu Classic. Kurt Shop Entries Trucking, Fairway Graphics, and Cupie's Bar on the 00.
Tom Farah, the 2018 champion at Thomas Sparta Speedway. Nice new paint job on that bad boy.
Stuber's catching a black flag right off the bat. Not sure if he's got something leaking or what's going on, but he's going to be sent back to the pit stalls early. Try to find out why Stuber was sent back to the pit stalls. Caleb Hardy, good to see him back again. He had such a strong run towards the end of last season. Number 42, look at Alex Roots, brand new hobby stock. Love what that looks like. The Reinhardt Foods 42. So right now, Jason Bolster 6 laps in, carries quick time with a 16.651. Caleb Hardy second fastest, followed by Brandon Gallagher, Tom Farah, and Alex Rood. Looks like Caleb Hardy is done qualifying. Austin Schott getting ready to make his way out in his brand new hobby stock. Austin Schott going for Rookie of the Year, both at the Thomas Sparta Speedway and La Crosse Speedway. Sportsmen / Misfits are on deck. Well, whatever broke in Tom Farr's car, Billy Doc Niles, it hasn't deterred him much. He looks awfully quick, too.
Yeah, I've been watching him and Gallagher for about the last 5 laps play a little bumper tag there. And, geez, we haven't even started a race, and they're already banging on each other.
Good to see Ryan Brown in attendance here. They're going to be in the grandstands tonight. Hopefully he makes his way back out. New baby as well. Congratulations.
You know, his wife was my pharmacist.
She needs to stop and limit your intake of hair growth for men because it's going wild.
Yeah, you bald people are jealous of a guy like me with a full head of healthy hair.
Closing laps, checkered flag out. Unofficially, your quick time qualifier for our auto value hobby stocks is Jason Bolster, 16.651, right behind Caleb Hardy with a 16.753. Brandon Gallagher, third fastest, followed by Tom Farah and Alex Rude. Sportsmen are coming up next. Of course, the sportsman rules kind of altered just a tad bit during the winter time. And Billy and I will try to explain to you exactly how the sportsman will run this year because it's based on a timing situation in your stock car. And that's why you're going to see the 2019 Misfits champion from Madison International Speedway in his modified here. Of course, that number 5 being Dave Edwards. Going to be an interesting way to watch Sportsman run this year, and the way it's going to be set up, you're going to have a lot of different winners. Of course, as part of our opening day, the Minnesota Traveling Gang has...
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is open for customers in their dining room. They've weathered the virus and are now ready to welcome you back inside the dining room for lunch and dinner. They're practicing social distancing, extra cleaning, and sanitizing. For those who don't want to come inside, the drive-thru is open and the outdoor picnic tables are clean and ready for your use. Big Boar Barbecue is open again, Highway 16 West Salem. Come enjoy a delicious mouthful or call 608-612-0387.
At Ace of La Crosse, they know that playtime around here goes year-round. Make the Sportsland stop before you head out hunting, fishing, or camping for quality products and services at great prices. Talk over your outdoor plans with the experts at Ace of La Crosse, your work and play headquarters.
Cheeser, pepperoni cheeser, you know you got it all right.
Little Caesar's new pepperoni cheeser with classic pepperoni, fresh mozzarella, and a toasted Parmesan and Asiago cheese crust for $7 at Little Caesar.
Pizza.
All right, so Billy Doc Niles, we do have the official word on the couple of rule changes that were made during the wintertime pertaining to the Lawn Keeper Sportsman 8-inch tire and the 22-second breakout rule. Kind of explain exactly what fans are about to see this year.
Well, what they're trying to do is trying to get get a little more competitive, instead of having just a couple of cars break out all the time. And so they came up with a couple of tiny rule changes, and one of them is added is the 22-second breakout rule. Basically, you can't go any faster than 22 seconds at any lap at any given time. If you go under the 22-second mark, it's at any race, you'll be given like a mulligan. They're going to come on the scanner and say, hey, back it down, you're going too fast. If you go over the 22-second mark again, they will black flag you. So it's simple as that. It's trying to slow the class down and keep it a little more competitive.
All right, first out in honor of his father, Russ, who passed away a couple of months ago. Driving his dad's colors, the 13 is Mark Chalet. Next up, the number 21 is Chris Scrady, newly married. The 2019 Misfits champ of the Madison International Speedway, Dave Edwards, is out, the number 5 2000 modified. Travis Gordon is on the track in the 34. Jesse Green in his new 28. And Jack Litchheim's in the 99. Billy Knocknells, let's go green flag qualifying for the Sportsman.
Yes, this is going to be fun to watch, and you can watch the times up there on the Tobacco Outlet Grocery scoreboard over in turn 1. You'll see what they turn as we see it. Missing from the field, 28, Sam Niles. They had issues in the shop earlier this morning. Last word is they were just getting it loaded up about 10 minutes ago, so hopefully they make it here for the first race.
No excuse. They had 5 months to get it ready. No excuse.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And when they get here, I'm going to say the same thing. No excuse. So Jack Litchheim in the early going is your quick time.
Yeah, that's under.
Sportsman 21.898.
Yep, that's a no-no right there.
Dave Edwards at 21.917. He's close. Chris Grady's right there, 22.207.
Yep, that's you see Licksheim. He's been warned now. He just got his mulligan.
Travis Gordon yet to be scored. Jesse Green is good, 22.618. Now everybody is starting to back down a tad bit. Dave Edwards went from second fastest now to fourth with a 22.653. Now these Sportsman drivers, well, how can you tell how fast they're going? They are in constant contact with the tower, and if the tower doesn't like what they see speed-wise, Billy Knocknells, they're going to be in their ear.
You know, you listen to Chris Grady's car right now. Just as he crosses the start-finish line, you hear that little chirping. That means he's put a chip in his MSD box to limit the amount of R's that he can turn, revolutions he can turn, basically slowing the car down so it doesn't go under that 22-second mark.
Jack Litchheim went at 21.707 at 90.3 mile per hour, so that's the second time he's gone over 22. Chris Grady is right there, 22.204. Now Licksheim with a 22.085. You can't get much any better than that.
That's getting it pretty darn close right there. I know a lot of guys, some of these guys here were pretty consistent in the 21.5s and the 21.7s last year. Not going to put new tires on the car, going to run on some used tires just because they know they'll cross that 22-second barrier.
So it looks like our sportsmen are happy with where they are, the Lawn Keeper sportsmen. Chris Grady unofficially has fast him with a 22.204. Dave Edwards at 22.242. Mark Chalet, 22.349. Jesse Green at 22.533. Jack Litchheim with that 22.085. He would be fast time. And Travis Gordon was not scored, and he may have a transponder problem.
We do expect more cars with this class as the season goes on. Like we mentioned, the 28 car Sam Niles is actually loading at the shop right now. He should be here before the first race. So
nothing is certain in life, son, except death. And when you walk into Little Caesars, there'll be a $5 hot and ready pizza for you.
What about taxes?
We're from the IRS.
I forgot taxes.
Walk in and walk out of Little Caesars with a large hot and ready classic for just $5.
Pizza, pizza.
Ace of Lacrosse is your work and play headquarters when it comes to getting the job done. No place gives you better support for home, business, and industry with small engine and power tool repairs. Save by renting when you don't need to buy. Ace offers rentals on hundreds of items.
Travis Gordon getting it together, 22.860 at 85.5 mile per hour. Alexis Deary, nice seeing you. She has concessions on the mind. Travis Gordon staying where he wants to be, 22.860. As the NASCAR late models get ready to rumble on the 5/8 mile. So again, Travis Gordon right around that 22.8 mark. Looks like he is on the tail end of qualifying. Again, folks, stop the spread. Please adhere to social distancing guidelines. It is recommended that you and your groups are about 6 feet apart. Of course, we've got it set up for you at the concession stand and the beer stand. So NASCAR late model qualifying is next. The top 16 automatically make the show. And everybody else is going to have to race their way in. And with this many late models, this many different drivers, this will be interesting.
The orange 8 is Clements, the white 8 is Billy
So again, looking at some of the new paint schemes, as we talked about earlier, Nick Clements really stands out. This may be the first year that he's not had an entire car the same color. Like how that turned out. Jeremy Wagner said, hey, mine looked good last year, so mine's going to look good again this year. Steve Bachman has a little bit more of that lime green on his machine this year. Don Thunder Turner hasn't changed his scheme in quite a while.
I think he even had that same color running a super late model for as many years as he did.
Brad Powell usually sticks with either a red scheme or a black scheme. Now, Steve Carlson's looks the same. If you're wondering who that red 25 is, that is Jeff Partington's late model from last year. That is Sparta, Wisconsin's Ken Dene. I love the checkered flag.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5 meats on the Little Caesars 5-meat feast. A large pizza with pepperoni and sausage and ham and beef and bacon for just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza. You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is open for customers in their dining room. They've weathered the virus and are now ready to welcome you back inside the dining room for lunch and dinner. They're practicing social distancing, extra cleaning, and sanitizing. For those who don't want to come inside, the drive-thru is open, and the outdoor picnic tables are clean and ready for your use. Big Boar Barbecue is open again, Highway 16 West Salem. Come enjoy a delicious mouthful or call 608-612-0387.
Matt is one of those guys. His dad will not let him bring that car on the track unless it looks exactly like that. They don't want scuffs. They don't want dents. They don't want marks. I mean, Matt's dad, John, is so particular on how that car looks every single race season. You can see as he sits over there in the Action Track quarter mile.
You know, Dan, as we look over the pits here right now, we're looking somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 late models and the possibility, the first time in quite a while, of a B feature to get into that main event this afternoon. So we'll keep you up to date on what's happening. As of right now, we're being told at least the top 16 are automatically qualified into the main event this afternoon.
And the thing is, different tracks have different rules. Some tracks, if you are the fast time qualifier, you start on the pole for the feature. Not necessarily here at La Crosse.
That has never been that way here at La Crosse. Your fate, if you're the fast qualifier, is determined by a fan during pre-race ceremonies. If you look towards our ultra victory lane right there, just to the right of it, you see our features board right there. We get a lucky fan down there to pull off numbers until we see what the invert is for the feature. So for the late models, it will be 8 plus whatever number is remaining on that board. So let's say, for example, Nick Murgic is the fast qualifier and they pull a 6. Nick Murgic would start in the 7th row on the outside in the 14th spot.
All right, first out is the 2016 NASCAR Wayland, Wisconsin Rookie of the Year. The number 7 Jay Buckley Baseball Tours 2017 Chevy out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's Don Thunder Turner. Fechner Motors, Cooley Region Land Surveyors, J-Line Design Race Reps, Kugupu Darien Hungry Peddler. Boy, did he have a celebration last year, Billy. Of course, we had the 50th annual Oktoberfest, the only driver to really race every single one of those, and he just enjoyed himself.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome ceremony on Sunday afternoon at Oktoberfest for him. A really great honor, too.
All right, first NASCAR late model lap to be thrown down. Did not throw down, both on the Tobacco Outlet Plus Grocery scoreboard or up here in the tower. No transponder on Don Thunder Turner's car. So Don Thunder Turner, no transponder, and that could be a no-no. We'll see what they do with him later on. Next up, the number 8 seed, Clements Automotive 2019 Chevy Monte, coming into West Salem, Wisconsin, Nick Clements. Interstate Roofing, Genzi's Game Day Pub, Johnny's Hobbies, The Vault, A1 Advanced Pumping, and K-Dogs Cove. A 21-2-0, our first official late model qualifying lap of 2020 is in the books. Billy Dognells, I wonder how many late models are going to be under that 19-second mark, under 20 seconds.
We're going to get quite a few, and you're about to see your first one right here. Clements, a former sportsman champion here at La Crosse.
19.851, there's where the bar's been set. 19.851, Nick Clements. Next out, the number 8 car. He has been practicing here the past couple of weeks. That would be the 8 car of Billy Moan. Why is that not written down?
Billy Moan out of Newmarket, Minnesota. Pier 4, Parker under 1. Piper is 4. Parker is one of his kids.
2020 Camry. 22-21 his first time. A 22-21.
Mullen was the 2018 ARCA Midwest Tour Rookie of the Year.
Slides out of turn 4. That one hurt at 24.44. Man, did he just hang on.
That was impressive, man. It's used to run at Elko Speedway a little bit quicker coming off them corners than he's used to.
Next out in his number 9, 2013 Monte Carlo. Oh, it's owned by Mark Lamoureux. The Capsule Technologies late model of Dean Cornelius out of New Prague, Minnesota. CVF Racing and Engine Accessories and other racing products and custom Windows Plus. 2106 to 2106. Here comes a 19.
Cornelius was a full-time driver at Elko, switched to dirt, makes a few starts every now and then here at La Crosse in that Lamoureux-owned yellow number 9.
Of course, Mark and Paul were both down here for practice the past couple of weeks. 19.962, a 19.962 for Dean Cornelius out of New Prague, Minnesota. Next out is the number 12 Murgic Race Engines 2019 Chevy Monte, coming in a Rosemount, Minnesota, Nick Murgic. Justman Freight Lines, CrossFit Calypso, and Suburban GM Parts. Rumor has it Murgic may try running an entire season at La Crosse. How about a 19.972 for your first lap, race fans?
Yeah, just in case anybody is wondering, the track record here at La Crosse was set by Ty Majeski 4 years ago at a 19.482. Is it possible we could get somebody at that today?
Murgic on his second attempt. 19.737, that's quick time. 19.737, 99.4 mile per hour. Next out is your 2019 late model Rookie of the Year, the number 14 Fastenal 2015 Chevy Monte out of Bangor, Wisconsin, Steve Bachman. Steve Bachman, Weir's Machine, Fastenal, AB Seating Consulting, Lawn Keepers, and Silverado Saloon. and DJ Dan Diker.
26.99 his first time around. Bachman, the 2018 Sportsman Champ out here at La Crosse. That elusive Sportsman Championship that he chased for about 5 or 6 years before he finally nailed it down and moved up to late models last year.
Bachman on his second attempt gets it down to a 23.07. 23.07 Steve Bachman. Next out, the number 14, coming out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, the Advanced Auto Parts 2020 Camaro. That's Grant Brown. Grant Brown, DW, Liquid Death, Raise Energy, and Laps 4 MD. That should be your DJ name, Bill. Liquid Death.
Liquid Death, yeah.
First time for Grant Brown at 26.13.
Brown, the 2017 Division I NASCAR Rookie of the Year, the 2015 Division IV National Champion, and the 2015 Power Stock Champion up at Elko Speedway.
He's got some cred.
Yeah, he's got some race cred.
Grant Brown at 23.36. 23.36. That'll put him 6th in qualifying. Next out, the number 14, coming into Farmington, Minnesota, that's Devin Stocker. Devin Stocker, sharp-looking vinyl job on that stock car.
That's a sweet-looking ride right there.
2801, 2801 on that Print Lab sponsored machine.
They didn't give me a driver info sheet on him. I can't talk him up.
It just looks good.
It looks so. We'll just admire the car.
24.56 at 24.56. Farmington, Minnesota's Devin Stocker, 7th fastest. Next up, the number 18W Martin's Milk Service 2017 Ford Fusion out of Onalaska, Wisconsin. His 20th year of racing. That's Jeremy Wagner. Martin Warehousing, Paz Ingredients, Arm Transportation, Weir's Machine and Racing Products, and Potato King. That's a 21.36. Danielle, don't get near me, Neary. Good to see her. Former Thunderstock driver in the house.
Wagner, one of the top drivers here at La Crosse. Always gets so close to that feature win. I think he has like one feature win a long time ago. Really looking to get into that victory lane again this year.
20.044, 20.044, 20th year of racing for our good friend Jeremy Wagner, the Milkman. Next up, the number 19, also coming out of Minnesota. Hanover, Minnesota is his home. That's Michael Hager. Michael Hager. Hager had some success during practice this afternoon. Some low 20s. 29.06 to 29.06. Hager's first time to qualify.
I believe this is Hager's first time at a weekly show here at La Crosse.
Hager now on his second attempt. 23.26. That's a 23.26. 7th fastest. Nick Murgic has quick time right now with a 19.737. Well, we have two 21s. That could be either Ty Reedy or Adam Benzik. That is Adam Benzik. That's the 21B. Adam Benzik, first time around the 5/8, is a 23.75. 23.75. Only 3 drivers have dropped under 20 seconds so far. Kind of surprising with a lot of late models to go.
Oh, there's some heavy hitters coming. You look towards the back there. You got the national champs coming. You got Adam Degenhardt, Brad Powell. There'll be some down there.
23.75. A 23.75 for Adam Benzik, the 21B. Next out is the 23 Steger Steel 2018 Chevy Double S. I did that to you on purpose, Bill. Out of La Crosse, Wisconsin, your 2001 NASCAR late model champ, Brad Powell. It's BP time. Gordon Epping CPA, Reedy Concrete, Tomcat Racing Engines, and Clements Automotive. Brad Powell looking good on his first lap, 20.065, a 20.065.
Automatically sixth already. Powell, a former track champion here at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Been a couple of years since he won a feature. He's another one looking to break into victory lane this afternoon. Second time across for Powell, a 19.912. That'll run him up to third on the board right now. Powell with a 19.912.
So next out is a long time, I think it's 17 years before he last raced. He picked up a late model during the offseason. And let's introduce you to the number 25 out of Sparta, Wisconsin. That's Ken Dene. Ken Dene, and I tell you what, I say it every single time he races, I love the checkered flag vinyl scheme on the back of that car.
That is a pretty sweet looking paint scheme wrap he's got there, and first time out in a late model, so he'll probably be a little tentative, but look for things to improve for him this year.
22.551 for Ken Dene. Had a chance to talk to him at practice about a week or so ago, and said, you know, I kind of had an itch to go racing, and I'm scrolling through social media, and boom, I found a late model for sale and thought, what the heck? Oh, ho, ho, bobbles out of 4. Ken Dene saw the nose aimed toward the front straight there for a moment. Next out, the number 25 Refinisher Supply 2003 Chevy Monte Carlo out of New Prague, Minnesota, the New Prague Nightmare. Adam Oxborough. Northern Racing Products, Epic Media, watch out, Ken Dene. And Oxborough's going to have to lay off that one.
Yeah, I bet he wishes he had that lap back.
I wouldn't be surprised if they possibly may give Oxborough that lap back, knowing there was another late model on the track. Of course, that might even alter his second time.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, they're going to waive off both of Adam Oxborough's times. He was the 2017 La Crosse Sportsman Rookie of the Year. And Oxborough, now that he's got some heat in the tires, will possibly line it up and qualify it later on in the session. That's some close quarters right there. You're up to about 87 mile per hour heading into turn 3, and you see a late model, and you're not smiling. So Hornets, hobby stocks, minivans, sportsmen, NASCAR late models. Chuck Derry said we were going to do some kind of a novelty event today, but he wouldn't tell us on the radio show exactly what it was.
Yeah, he's being pretty secretive about that. If I were in a Hornet or a hobby stock, I'd be very worried right now.
I just honestly don't think he knew himself. All that stuff going on in his mind to get this season opener underway.
He's probably looking downstairs in his office right now going, what have we haven't done in a while? He's going through his book right now.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is open for customers in their dining room. They've weathered the virus and are now ready to welcome you back inside the dining room for lunch and dinner. They're practicing social distancing, extra cleaning, and sanitizing. For those who don't want to come inside, the drive-thru is open and the outdoor picnic tables are clean and ready for your use. Big Boar Barbecue is open again, Highway 16 West Salem. Come enjoy a delicious mouthful or call 608-612-0387.
Looks like Don Turner must have got his transponder issues fixed as he'll be getting back in line to requalify.
Next on the 31 car, he comes out of the Elko, Minnesota region. That's Ryan Varner. Ryan Varner was out here testing a couple of weeks ago and said he just loves coming back to the Speedway. At 29.22, he's got some work to do. 29.22. Nick Murgic currently has fast time with a 19.737. And you know, Jacob Gady, Steve Carls, you know they're looking up and seeing that scoreboard going, I know where the bar's set.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Varner 26.07, 26.07. Next up, the number 33, DriveUltra.org, 2020 Chevy Double S out of La Crosse, Wisconsin, always in the hunt, Matt Henderson. KQEG TV 23, Riverside Corporate Wellness, Crest Precast Concrete, Autosport, Custom Excavating, Hungry Peddler, and DJ Dan Diker. Ooh, Henderson, a scorching first lap, 20.006. 20.006. It's almost bubble time, Billy.
Just about bubble time. Henderson, part-time schedule last year as he was tending to building a house and getting his family all organized, and he bought a super late model.
19.844, second fastest, 19.844, Matt Henderson. Right behind him, talked to him at practice, and it's about time I started winning some features this year. The number 50, Epic Media 2017 Chevy Double S out of West Edom, that's Mike Carlson. Gordon Epping CPA, Carlson Designs, Whipkey Fur and Trading Company, and Newey's Vogue Bar and Grill. 20.009. I feel another 19er coming up, Billy.
Carlson has always been a top competitor here. Several top 3 finishes in the point standings. It's been a couple of years since he's won a feature. We're just looking for more consistency out of Mike from year to year.
19.923. That is fifth fastest. 19.923 for Mike Carlson. Next out in the teal 2020 number 51 Camry. Out of Holman, Wisconsin, that's Justin Mulliken. Features a West Salem architectural metal specialist, 360 real estate, Sportadental, Moxie's, and Festival Foods. 22.37, 22.37. Mulliken's one of those drivers, Billy, over the past 3 years you've been really, really impressed with.
Yeah, Mulliken, he had a really great 2018 season. Expected big things out of him in 2019. Just didn't shine through towards the end of the season. He found something in that car. Started coming to life at the end of the 2019 season.
20.021, 20.021. That is seventh fastest. Ken Dene is going to have to race his way in now as the bubble has been set. Next out, the number 52, 2020 Cedar View Electric Camaro coming into Prior Lake, Minnesota. That's Chad Whalen. Chad Wallen, that is. Pressline Industries, TJ Hooligans, C&J Stump Removal, and Village Liquor. Chad Wallen has a 23.56. Paul Reichert and I thought it was actual swamp removal, not stump removal.
Wallen, the several-time track champion at the former Raceway Park up in Shakopee, Minnesota. Always a top contender at the Elko Speedway every Saturday night.
Swamp removal, 22.08 for Chad Wallen, 22.08. That'll put him 10th fastest. Ryan Varner's been knocked out of the top 16. John Heath next out, coming out of Minnesota in his number 62 late model. Like how the numbers are kind of orange offset just a tad bit. John Heath, first time at 23.49, 23.49. Nick Murgic has fast time, followed by Matt Henderson, Nick Clements, Brad Powell, and Mike Carlson. That's your top 5.
Heath getting really high on 1 and 2. He's going to scrub some speed off this time here. Definitely going to have to qualify his way through in a race, and he's going to pack her in and bring her into the pits.
So actually, John Heath is still in the top 16. He's 16th. Stocker, Varner, Dene have been knocked out. But that's obviously going to change as we bring out the number 66 Wilson Oil Company 2019 Chevy Out of West Salem, Wisconsin, king of the short track, Steve Carlson, second here last year. Gordon Epping, CPA, Graph Electric, Butch's Slot Car Bodies, and Johnny's Hobbies. Carlson's first time, a 21.43.
Carlson, a former national champion, multi-time track champion here at La Crosse.
Wisconsin state champion.
Wisconsin state champion, ARTCO champion. Basically legendary status here, coming right in front of you in the 66 car.
I think he's a Little League Rookie of the Year from back in the 60s, too. 19.963, a 19.963 for Steve Carlson. That's seventh fastest. And Grant Brown is now on the bubble. Grant Brown on the bubble. Next out is your Whalen All-American Series NASCAR National Champion. The Northern Racing Products 2020 Chevy Double S from Carver, Minnesota, Jacob Gady. Uh-oh, 19.845. The track record is a 19.4. 19.8 to start things off.
Gady, a multi-time Elko track champion, a multi-time Minnesota state champion, captured that elusive national championship last year.
And a 19.701, that's quick time. 19.701 for the Northern Race Products. Big Johnson Tires entry of Jacob Gady. Next out, the number 86 Feature Sports Bar and Grill of Holman 2020 Chevy Double S. Out of DeForest, Wisconsin, the underdog John Eckelberg. Pabst Blue Ribbon, Festival Foods, KQ98. Speedy Graphics on that car. 21.156 at 21.156.
I know the history of this car, and they took this car hasn't been updated in about 6 or 7 years. So they spent the winter in the shop along with Justin Mulliken, put a bunch of updates on that. Hopefully Jonathan gets used to them and can turn some fast laps here.
Also sponsored by Matco Tools and 360 Real Estate Solutions. 21.335. 21.335. He'll have to race his way in. On the bubble now is Michael Hager. Michael Hager on the bubble. Here comes Betsy, the number 99 Partington Racing 2020 Chevy Double S. Out of Farmington, Minnesota, Jeff Partington. Spent some time talking to him at practice. Man, he couldn't wait to get out here and race again. 23.54, 23.54. His first full season at La Crosse was last year.
Yeah, he had a blast coming here he actually led a feature for about 20 laps until he got run down by Paninsky and Carlson. Still finished on the podium, but looking for big things out of him with this brand new car this year.
22.75, a 22.75 for Partington. That'll put him 14th fastest, and Adam Oxborough is on the bubble. Next out, the 02 Gasoline Alley Toys and Antiques 2018 Chevy Double S out of West Salem, Wisconsin, Carter Christensen. His dad, Ken, the famed late model driver, going to spend the year as his crew chief. Ken's Auto Repair, Jeff Barton Custom Construction, Brushworks, and Hay Culligan of La Crosse. 25.11, 25.11. Carter actually cut his hair real short this year.
Yeah, he had him and who was the kid in the Hornets had some of the greatest hair.
Brandon Lemoyne.
Yeah, Brandon Lemoyne had some of the greatest hair, and they both cut it off. Looking for, oops, a little sluice coming out of 4 for Christensen.
That's going to hurt. Stays here on a 25.11. He'll have to race his way in, so Adam Oxborough is safe for the time being, but Adam is going to get to requalify. Next out, it's squirt time. The 03 Creative Screen Print 2018 Chevy Double S out of Coon Valley, Wisconsin, Adam Degenhardt. Oh, nice to see you combed your hair, Mr. Wilson. Degenhardt Garage, CPL Services, and Nick's Bar. 21.77 to 21.77. Still surprised, Billy, only 8 drivers have dipped under 20 seconds.
Yeah, we still got a couple more coming here that have a shot at Degenhardt being one of them. And, you know, you got Merrick left, you got Cole Howland left, so we still got a shot for some more.
20.036. That's 10th fastest. 20.036 for Adam Degenhardt. Steve Bachman's on the bubble. Steve Bachman, the Rookie of the Year, is on the bubble as we bring up the #1 Golf Club at Cedar Creek 2017 Chevy. Former Rookie of the Year, it's Mr. Cole Howland from West Salem. First Business Solutions, Tunas Bars, Kish & Sons, Electric, and Pomps Tire. 21.93 and 21.93. You gotta love the sound of that chip.
Yeah, most of them guys hit that chip coming right down in front of us. Howland went in an impressive streak 2 years ago. I believe it was like 5 or 6 weeks in a row. He was a fast qualifier. Always one of the top in the top 5 when it comes to the feature.
And he didn't wreck last year. 21.61 and 21.61. Cole Howland 13th fastest. That knocks Bachman out. Partington's on the bubble. Next out, coming out of Ramsey, Minnesota, it's the Ramsey Rocket, the #2 Ford Fusion, Kyle Kirkberger. Kyle Kirkberger, Infinity Investments Company, KBR Performance, and Elite Auto Works. This may be Kirkberger's first time here with Lacrosse. I don't remember that name at all. Transponder not transponding for Kirkberger, though it does say it was a 21.165. There it is.
Kirkberger, the old I-94 Speedway up in northern Minnesota, the old track record holder there. 2013 Rookie of the Year for the NASCAR late models at Elko Speedway.
Kirkberger, the much better, 24.07, 24.07. That is 26th fastest. Next out, it's the Cruiser, the #3 2020 Toyota, coming out of Elko, Minnesota. It's Chris Merrick. Merrick's Towing and Repair, Captain Black's Bar and Grill, Friedge's Drywall, Blaze Trucking, and Danco Automotive. Chris Merrick at 27.65, 27.65.
Merrick, a former Elko Speedway champion, a Midwest Tour Sportsman champion, and a Big 8 Oktoberfest champion. So he's got a lot of pedigree underneath that 3-car.
Merrick at 22.59, 22.59. He's going to have to race his way in. Mike Carlson still on the bubble with 2 to go. So the 7 car of Don Thunder Turner will requalify. Oh, watch out, Adam Oxborough. Hard on the brakes goes Merrick. Not sure what he was throwing an extra lap for. Close quarters there. The Jay Buckley Baseball Tours, #7 of Don Thunder Turner. So looks like Turner's going to get 1 or 2 laps. Not sure really why he's still on the accelerator.
I'm a little confused here, Dan.
Adam Oxborough looks like he's going to get another lap as well. Oxborough should be getting 2 back, I would think.
Oxborough had a little bit of interference when Ken Donay didn't clear off the track fast enough his first time around.
Well, as it looks like, Oxborough just made the show. He knocked Chris Merrick out with a 22.25. And Turner better move. So Oxborough has made the show. He is 16th fastest with a 22.25. And that put Chris Merrick into the B main. And unofficially, your QuickTime qualifier, your former national champion with a 19.701 is Jacob Gady. Second fastest, Nick Murgic. Matt Henderson, 3rd quickest. Nick Clements, 4th fastest. Brad Powell, 5th fastest. Mike Carlson, 6th fastest. Those are the 6 cars you're going to see in my favorite race, the 6-for-6 dash. 6 cars, 6 laps, period. So the front row for the 6-for-6 dash will be Carlson and Powell. Second row, Clements and Henderson. How about that back row, Murgic and Gady?
Yeah, them two, they share a sponsor, and they've also been going back and forth with each other here at Lacrosse and probably a few times at Elko Speedway. So it's going to be fun to watch these guys come through the pack later this afternoon.
Rest of your top 10, Dean Cornelius, Steve Carlson, Justin Mulliken, Adam Degenhardt. The rest of the top 16, Adam Benzik, Jeremy Wagner, Cole Howland, Chad Wallen, Billy Moan, and Adam Oxborough. Racing their way in now. Look at these names. Well, I can't get the mouse to work, but we'll get to that here in a couple of minutes. Jeff Partington's going to have to race his way in. Chris Merrick, Steve Bachman, Grant Brown, Michael Hager, John Heath. Going to be an interesting B main and a more interesting 6-for-6 dash coming up.
Once again, it is Buck Night today, fans. Make sure you get up to the concession stands, check out your favorite food, soda items, soft drink items, all $1. That ice-cold beer underneath the grandstand here, just $2. So take advantage. Enjoy your day here at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Call your friends. Let them know. Get here by 2 o'clock. This is the only live event going on in the area. Come on out and enjoy a fun day at the races.
And again, La Crosse Speedway is practicing social distancing to help stop the spread. If you'd like to, 6 feet apart in the grandstands. And we've got it lined up in the concession area as well. If that is to your choosing, we would let you know about our social distancing here this afternoon. Almost going to be time to hit the track and some driver interviews to do. And national anthem and our first green flag officially of 2020 in just a couple of moments. Got to welcome my partner in crime for the past, believe it or not, OJ, 14 years now that you and I have shared the microphone up here. How are you, my friend?
Well, we're here on a beautiful day. Looks like we're going to have a nice crowd. And I know that everybody's chomping at the bit to get out of the house, so to speak, because nearly everybody's been in the house day in and day out lately. So we're hoping for a great crowd this afternoon and a wonderful race and kick this weekend off. As usual, we'll be doing the 50-50, and we're going to give away 5 prizes like we normally do. The first one's always cash, and everybody nowadays can use cash.
OJ, what happens if we go over that magical $1,000 mark?
Well, if we go over the $1,000 mark, second place today will be worth a $50 bill to somebody.
That's worth the price of admission right there.
Nothing is certain in life, son, except death. And when you walk into Little Caesars, there'll be a $5 hot and ready pizza for you.
What about taxes?
We're from the IRS.
I forgot taxes.
Walk in and walk out of Little Caesars with a large hot and ready classic for just $5.
Pizza.
At Ace of La Crosse, they know that playtime around here goes year-round. Make the Sportsland stop before you head out hunting, fishing, or camping for quality products and services at great prices. Talk over your outdoor plans with the experts at Ace of La Crosse, your work and play headquarters.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is open for customers in their dining room. They've weathered the virus and are now ready to welcome you back inside the dining room for lunch and dinner. They're practicing social distancing, extra cleaning, and sanitizing. For those who don't want to come inside, the drive-thru is open and the outdoor picnic tables are clean and ready for your use. Big Boar Barbecue is open again, Highway 16 West Salem. Come enjoy a delicious mouthful or call 608-612-0387.
Ace of La Crosse is your work and play headquarters when it comes to getting the job done. No place gives you better support for home, business, and industry with small engine and power tool repairs. Save by renting when you don't need to buy. Ace offers rentals on hundreds of items.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5 meats on the Little Caesars 5-meat feast. A large pizza with pepperoni and sausage and ham and beef and bacon for just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.